today we're going to be reacting to another trailer of Need for Speed Unbound. So you can see more of those effects again, and that S14 with a very interesting design. Driving effects. There it is. So this is more or less an advancement of the one I was really Need for Speed Heat. If those engine sounds are actually in the game, then they sound really good. So it turns out there's actually they wrote a lot of stuff here on the official Need for Speed website, so let's go ahead and check it out. So here it is. So we finally have the name of the city, which is called Lakeshore, I think. I think they released it earlier, but I just didn't talk about it. But it's called Lakeshore, if you didn't know. Okay, so this actually gives us a couple of hints. So clearly, what they're talking about here is just customization in general. Like the way that they say, in a way that's unique and tailored to. That obviously means that customization is going to be in the game, obviously. But one thing to take note of is down here, they're still keeping that sort of character customization that they had in the previous game. So yeah, that's the thing. I wonder what they mean by these tags and the way that they'll actually paint the city. I wonder what that means. I'll be interested to see what they mean there, but I have no idea what that means. So just like with the previous game, they've also added those sort of art paintings across the city. I'm guessing you might have to collect them the same way you did with Need for Speed Heat. Yeah, it's that same feature pretty much. So collectibles, we already know that that graffiti thing, the paints that you just have to find is part of the collectibles in the game. They also claim to have added new wraps, missing new shapes to the wrap editor, as well as new body kits, which that's a good thing to hear, because I'm pretty sure the only car that's super duper customizable was the 86, the BRZ, and then some other cars as well. It was very few. It was literally just a handful of cars that could actually be fully customized everywhere. But meanwhile, most of the cars just had the same generic kits from Need for Speed's 2015. So hopefully they added a ton of them. Otherwise, I will be disappointed. Yeah, and you can see here they mentioned that new character customization, which I don't really think anyone cares about this thing. So you can see there, fitness center and something to the destination, which of course they just add those stuff in the game just to make it look more realistic for the city, of course. Also have this thing called car show right here and some sort of car there. I have no idea what car that is, but I'm guessing it's something American. Then you of course have this kind of railway thing here, and then if you take a look at the car itself, you have these lines over here which kind of show the speed. You have these things which are some sort of effects, those tags that they mentioned earlier. You then also have this exhaust effect, which looks new and looks much better than the one in Need for Speed Heat. I'm guessing you're going to be able to customize the effect directly, how it looks, rather than just the color like you would in Need for Speed Heat. And of course, let's move closer, and you can see, of course, the customization of this S14. You can see a bit of the new license plate for Lakeshore, which is the city, whatever, of this game. You can see some of these stickers that were already in the previous Need for Speed games. Then you also have these light trails from the tail lights, which kind of reminds me of Ridge Racer. If you've played that, then you can see more of the customization of the car. So of course you have more of the customization right here. They already had this in Need for Speed Heat, where you could change the color of the tire smoke, but of course now they've expanded it with all these kind of anime, video game, cartoonish effects. You can see that there's the smoke there kind of looks a bit 3D, even though it's supposed to be kind of cartoonish, which is interesting. They can also get a nice look at the S14 here with some of the stickers added here. The roof is cut off with this roll cage up here at the top. You can see the new wing at the back, which is massive. The side skirts, the front splitter, the bonnet, all that kind of stuff. Yeah, here's a better look at that license plate. You can see. Okay, now we actually get a nice look at the new user interface. So of course, it looks quite different compared to the one in Need for Speed Heat. I think they even used a different font, but you can see we have a new gauge cluster in the game. I'm pretty sure that this is the health of the car probably, so it means that the health system is probably still here in the game. You can see, of course, the gears, the speed, the RPMs, and then you also have the nitrous here, as well as this thing that says oncoming. So they're probably going to retain that system from Heat, where you could buy extra customization that will increase the amount of nitrous that you get, because it will automatically charge up, but then you can also choose to have it charge up with driving and oncoming or jumping in the air or that kind of stuff. Also get a new look at the map here. You can see all of the icons of the players, which was, there was kind of like that in Need for Speed Heat, where you can see the other players' profile pictures. There's the finish line, also this thing. They just kind of switched up the design a bit. It's not, nothing's really new here. Same thing with this thing right here. Also get a nice look at what looks to be a docks location. It looks to be like a port or docks or whatever. You can see the boat on the side there, and honestly, this thing looks pretty decent. And then we also have another look at the car with the railway system up there, the police cars. Yeah, and if you look at the way the nitro system works, it's pretty much the same as the last game. You can see how it just, let me look down there, you can see how it's pretty much just like you press the button once and the whole tank drains, so pretty much the same system there. However, the one thing I'm interested to see is like, why does this thing have 3 bars here? Is it like a different type of boost, or is it just like another nitrous bottle? Then I got a car over here. You can then see a car over here. I have no idea what car that is, but the one up ahead is the Lamborghini Urus, or Urus, or however you pronounce it, which they recently added, but it actually added the 2018 version of the car, which I don't know why, man. Like, you've had so many years and you're gonna add the 2018 version of the car. That makes no sense. But you can see it over there with some of the customization. It looks like there's a wing you can add to the car, as well as the typical white body that they add to all SUVs. Not much you can really see here. You can see that there's a billboard there with the character A. You also have this thing saying spotting. I have no idea what that means. Or is this some sort of police thing? You can see there, we have this thing. I'm guessing we still have like Easy Drive or something, or it's like the system from Need for Speed Heat where you have like the smartphone on the side. You have these two things. You have this currency and this currency. Maybe that's for the police. You know, this S rank thing, which I don't know what that means. We have the heat level, and then the map there. You can see the red signifies what the police can see, what the police cars can see, which was really kind of in the game in Need for Speed Heat. Then of course here on the left you have a Mustang, clearly. Let's see. And then you actually get a bit of a closer look at the Lamborghini again. Here it is on the left. You can see some fenders on the side, but yeah, I can't really make out much. And you can also take note about this bar on the left. It's kind of smaller now. It's 2 bars instead of 3. I wonder what it means. I still wonder.